Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sean from the band Wolves, and I'm here in my studio in Los Angeles, California, and I'm going to do a production walkthrough for our brand new release, I Get Back Up. Stick around, and I'm going to show you some tips, tricks, parts, and all kinds of fun stuff that went into the production of making this song. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll make more of these for you guys. Check it out. All right, guys, let's dive in. I'm on my Mac Pro here using Logic Pro X, which is my preferred DAW. I love the way it works. It's really great for tracking live instruments and also doing electronic programming, drum loops, everything like that. I just really think it's an intuitive DAW and piece of software, and I've been sticking with it for about 10 years now. So we'll dive in, and I'll start off with the drums right here and show you what I did. The drummer on this track was Mr. Tim Spire, and he has performed with Tenacious D. He's currently on tour with the pop artist Leah, and he's done a ton of other stuff with the Kyle Gass Project, Trainwreck. He worked for Ash for a while. Killer drummer. Love playing with this guy. Love his creative process and what he brings to the table. Let's check out some of his drums. So we started with just like a little kick snare pattern here, just on the drums, and I'm pretty sure I padded it. Yeah, I usually like to pad my drums with stomps and claps just to give them a little more punch and just make them a little more epic. So here's the drums just by themselves, snare and kick. I'm gonna add my stomp and claps into this, and we'll see what that sounds like. So yeah, adding in some of these elements can just really beef up your drums, and just using really hard hitting samples can really punch through a whole mix. I'll show you guys some of the stops and claps that I added. I usually like to add some kind of like tambourine sound as well on my kick drums. It just kind of creates this almost Western stomp rock kind of flavor, and I always love that. So here are my stomps and claps. Cool. Here's just a stomp, I believe. So there's like one layer. I've got like, I don't know, 7 layers of stomps just to really make this beefy. Lower one. There's whoa. There's kind of my like sub stomp right there. Here's my stomp and tambourine, which I always love using. Yeah. And again, here's what all the stomps sound like together. Let's add the drums in. Here we go. Cool. Just kind of makes an epically beefy sound. All right, so let's take a look at some of the other things going on in this track. And this song was definitely inspired by the band Muse and Imagine Dragons. And Muse love to use classical harmony, and I also love to use classical harmony in their songs. And so I started with this bass arpeggio that kind of runs through just a 1-4-1 minor progression. And I think it sounds really cool, especially when you add in these stomps and claps. So here's our bass arpeggio. Goes to 4. And back down to 1. So yeah, there I've got a little bit of side chain compression on that to kind of give it that pumping kind of element. Putting that together with our stomps, claps, and drums. Let's see what that sounds like. So yeah, we got a really nice foundation for our song right now. The low end is slapping. We got a nice kind of snare to be our guide of where the beat is. And we got our solid bass arpeggio that's laying down the low end there. Yeah, so in case you guys are wondering what that sound is at the beginning of the song, that's actually a hammered dulcimer. It's a Appalachian instrument, I believe, and it's just got a really cool, like, mystical sound. And I wanted to go through some kind of mystical ideas in this song to make it more epic. So here's our dulcimer just by itself. Super cool. I noticed Imagine Dragons likes to use a lot of these kinds of sounds, folky instruments, before they get into their big, heavy stadium rock thing. So that's kind of what I was going for here. We've got some beautiful piano in here. And I'll take us into our chorus now. And my wife, Katie, who is an extraordinarily good concert pianist, actually played on this. So I'm excited to have her featured on a Wolf song here. Let's take a look at her piano part for the chorus. And again, this very classical harmony that we're following here, but that's what gives it that richness and epicness that makes this song what it is. So here we go. One moment. All right, let's try this out. Here's that piano part. So that's our main chord progression right there for our chorus. Very different from our verse. Always nice to have a lot of sections where the chord progressions change to keep our listener engaged. Cool. Yeah, let's talk about the chorus a little bit more. What's going on in here? I've got some electric bass. I used my Warwick Corvette on this song, which is right here. Whoop. And yeah, love this guy. Sounds really good. And huge shout out to my brother, Dylan, actually, who I guess lent me this bass when I moved to Los Angeles from Michigan. So thank you, Dylan. This bass has been on so many records, like I don't even know. And it's, yeah, thank you. Cool. So let's see what I did with this here. I added a little bit of distortion to get that grittiness. And then I kind of went crazy and used a lot of side chain compression on the bass as well to give it that pump. So check it out. And that is a big, monstery, fuzzy bass. So I have padded this bass with a sub bass. I just wanted a little bit more of a low frequency, so check it out. This is what the sub bass sounds like by itself. Also very side chained. I know it's probably hard to hear right now. And then together we got like a really nice bass texture with the fuzz and the low end all together. Yeah, so that is our hook, our chorus. On the chorus, there's some crazy guitar parts that I came up with, just kind of using some like pitch modulation and all kinds of like crazy distortion and stuff. But we got a very typical guitar part coming in right at the top of the chorus. Sounds like this, works with the bass and outlines the harmony. Here comes the crazy part. So yeah, we got these kind of crazy feedbacky guitars on the top here. I'm sure that's a very technical term that I'm using, but it just kind of creates this really chaotic moment near the end of the chorus before everything drops out again into our verse. Let's take a look at, so the drum production kind of changed here. I added some kind of hip hop elements, some like hip hop drum samples into the full drum sound. So let's take a look at just the drums by themselves and some of the more programs like hip hop sounds that are in here. And again, this is Tim's amazing playing. Here we go. Yeah, sounding great. And I know a lot of you guys out there are like, man, recording live drums, that's really hard. Guess what? It is hard, and it doesn't get easier. But I recommend, man, find a great drummer. Find a great drummer to work with. Make sure they know their equipment. A great room to record in always makes a big difference as well. And yeah, that's my 101 on drum production. Okay, cool. Let's step into the vocals a little bit here. And yeah, for Mark's vocal lead sound at the beginning, I've been really into this one kind of more analog sounding distortion on lead vocals that just like, it's basically like a guitar amp. And it just really makes the vocals cut through, gives a little bit of gritty edge for this rock sound that we're looking for. And yeah, let's check out a little bit of Mark's lead vocal just soloed.
Searching for the glory, how could you ignore me? Write my own story, I'm about to rise.
Cool. Yeah, sounding good. I got just a touch of reverb on there to make it epic, and just a little touch of distortion drive on there to give it that gritty quality. One of my favorite vocal moments that happens is on verse 2 when we hit the pre-chorus. We just got some really crazy effects going on with the vocals. I'll just play you guys a bit of the track here. Verse 2. Woo! Let's take a look at that. That sounds so cool. Here's our background vocals. Maybe not. What's this? Here's our lead. Here's our lead vocal.
Already suffered all the lightning and thunder,
and you can hear that little bit of saturation, that distortion that gives that grit right there. And what do we got here? What kind of crazy nonsense is happening here? Sometimes I do stuff and I like forget about it, and then I come back to it and I'm like, how did I come up with that? All right, here we go. Woo! So it looks like we got a pitched up vocal, a pitched down vocal, and then just some kind of in the middle stuff. Check out this low vocal. And with these things, they kind of pop in and out. They don't happen the whole time, so it kind of changes texture, and that makes it really exciting. Check this out.
Already suffered all the lightning and thunder.
Cool, so there's our our low one. What's this one? Cool. And I love, what did I even use on this? I don't even know. Yeah, I usually use this plugin called Little Alter Boy that is just really cool for making pitched up, pitched down vocals. It's got a really unique characteristic to it, and I use it a lot. I really like it, especially just thinking outside the box with vocal production. Like if I've only got one vocal, my options are pitch it up, pitch it down, to create some kind of texture. So it really does help out. We've got some more affected vocals here. What's this? So there's a little alter boy, and for this little alter boy, it's got a formant adjustment and a pitch adjustment. If you're looking for just like a different sound, I'd recommend messing with the formant adjustment. The pitch adjustment, I'd either throw it all the way to the right or all the way to the left, so you remain in the same key as the song. But if you want to get crazy and not be in the same key, that's fine too. I won't listen to it. I'm just kidding. All right, cool. So here we go. That's our vocal treatment for this second pre-chorus, and I'll just play you guys all the vocals so you can experience what this sounds like.
The will is a thrill, long as you got the will.
And we go straight into our affected vocals for that big build up into the chorus. Let's see. Yeah, I really love playing this song live with Wolves because there's this interesting moment that happens in the bridge of this song where there's like an extra bar or two before we hit our final chorus. I'm not exactly sure how that happened in the songwriting process, but that's what happened, and I think it's really cool. I've never really done anything like that before. And yeah, it kind of throws off the audience a little bit in like a cool way. They're not expecting it. I think that's just about it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. And again, like, comment, and subscribe if you want more production tutorials from me. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And check out our new album, Everything and More, streaming everywhere. Thank you, guys. Take care.